guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Vlogdown 4.0. Like I promised, this is my second vlog where I'm going to show you the dashboard, the entire console of BMW S1000 RR M Sport model. Just started the bike, not cranked up the engine, and I'm getting these two messages because I've removed the tail of the bike just to make it look very cool. This is how the console looks like when the bike gets started for the first time. I have also connected my phone and it is also indicating here the battery that is left in the phone. And this is the default console which you get when you start the bike. There are also other options in the bike. So let us just quickly hop on to the features in the bike. So once you enter into the menu, you get here 6 tabs. My vehicle, sport, navigation, media, telephone and settings. So three options here. They work only when you ride in the normal modes. If you are using the race pro modes, you won't be able to use the navigation, media and the telephone. Media and telephone work only when you connect your helmet device, that is the Sena device or any other communication device with your helmet. So that is when you get to use these features. These three get integrated, that is this console, my phone and the communication device. So I'll start with the first option, that is my vehicle options. So I entered my vehicle. Here you get multiple information about your bike: the temperature, the pressure of the tire, when is your service interval due, about the battery status, and then the mileage that you have left in your bike. So pretty much everything is there in this whenever you want to see any dynamic informations about the bike. So onboard computer 1, then the trip computer, then the tire pressure, and these are the warnings that I'm getting. There is some mistake done by the service station. They have already done with my first service and they have forgotten to reset the kilometers in the bike. So I'm supposed to do 10,000 to reach my next service. It's a lot windy actually out there, so please don't mind. I'll try to make it very clear. Now the brake light, obviously, since I've removed the tail, so I'm getting this error. Again, the number plate is also integrated with the brake light, so same thing. Now getting back. Sport, in the sport mode you get various options of your console, that how you want to see it, but then also you get to see the amount of DTC that has been used, your lean. So this is the DTC, that percentage of DTC that have you used in the ride, and this is the lean angle. It indicates how much you have leaned on the left and to the right. And then this is the brake, that is the brake that you have used. Also, since I have not started the bike yet, so it's cold, the engine is very cold right now. So the default, I can rev this bike right after cranking the engine is up to 8,000 RPM, which even though you shouldn't do it unless and until it's very much urgent for you. But the bike wouldn't let you do beyond 8,000 RPM. You can't rev the bike initially when you start it until you warm the bike. Then the second setup, you can also adjust your lap timings. Up to 10 lap timings are there with the DTC, but the brake thing is gone. And this is the last one. So again, the laps are there, the best lap is also there, the lean angle, the DTC. So all those things you can see here. Moving on to the next tab, that is the navigation tab. I've also now I've connected my the bike's console with my other phone. You have to be connected with the bike all the time to just get all the navigation features to be able to access. Now I'll talk about it in more detail when we ride the bike. So media, I have not connected my Sena yet. Telephone, no, not yet. Again, I have to connect the Sena. So there comes the most important feature, or the most important tab. Now this is where the first thing you get to do is enter into the racetrack mode. Once you enter the racetrack mode, if you're connected to your phone, the bike will disconnect automatically. The brake and the tail lights are of no use, so you won't even get the error of the tail lights when you actually use the bike on the racetrack mode. So I've entered into the racetrack mode. It is asking me that all the connectivity functions are deactivated. Okay, so let's not get into this right now. Now vehicle settings, you get to adjust your RDC, that is the target, minimum threshold of the tire pressure. Once you cross the threshold, you will be warned about your tire pressure. Then HSE Pro, that is the manual or auto, that is if you want to engage your HSE manual basis or automatic basis. Then the lap timers, the shift light, I have turned it on right now, I can turn it on. Then the configurations regarding the RPM, when I want to see so here I have got the shift indicator. So if I want to see the RPM, if I am reaching 7000 threshold, then this shift indicator will start glowing. RPM is 15,000 RPM. Then you also get to control the DDC calibration, that is the dynamic damping control of the bike. I always calibrate it every now and then. So since the calibration is done wrongly because my bike is parked in the side stand, I'll have to adjust it when I start the bike for the next time. Moving on to the system settings. Now date, time, unit, and then your language, preferred language, basics. Connections, I connect your mobile device, your Sena. So now let's quickly move on to the racetrack mode. Now this is where you get to do a lot of things with the bike. Lot of personalization can be done with the help of this particular feature in this bike, which is available in this model, that is the M Sport model. It is the top of the line model in the BMW S1000 series. So I'm disconnecting my phone. Now I get to configure my bike. Now see, since I have entered this mode, I can also show you the modes which are there. Right now I get a race mode, Race Pro 1, Race Pro 2, Race Pro 3. So this is how it is. Now unlike RS, this doesn't get reset every time you restart the bike. It is still there. You are in the race mode, but by default you get to choose among Race Pro 1, 2, 3. But in the RS, you have to manually get into the settings and change the bike to the rider mode. Now enter into the the Race Pro mode. Yeah. So yeah. So this is how the entire thing looks. I get to personalize all my Race Pro levels individually. I can change the engine, the response of the engine braking, traction control, wheelie, ABS, damping control, and whatnot. So let's enter here and show you. I'll just show you one of the Race Pro modes. Four levels of options for the engine throttle response are there. Then again, with the engine braking, I have three in the DTC, 3 in the wheelie, 4 in the ABS. DDCs, again, you have to enter and manually adjust for the front and the rear. Now the front dampening is 5 right now, and it is a total of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 level of adjustments are there in the DDC for the front. Right now I'm at the 5, which is a medium setting, almost a medium setting, but towards a little softer side. Rear compression, again 15 levels, but I am at the 6. Rear rebound, so rebound is also at the 6. So I hope you all understand about the damping, compression and the rebound. If not, then probably you can comment in the comment section, and we'll talk in detail about all these 3 features in general, not related to this bike but in general. So let us also talk about some of the features that this bike has that I haven't spoken about yet. So the bike, first of all, will start with a heated grip. So these grips are heated on both the sides, and it has 3 levels. So you can control the heat in 3 different levels. So this is from where you control it. You've also got the mode button. By default, when the bike is not in the racetrack mode, you have the rain mode, road mode, race mode and the dynamic mode. And if you are into the racetrack mode, you can adjust again from here the Race Pro 1, 2, 3, all 3 modes, and the race mode as well. And the bike also gets a cruise control, which is again very interesting and very rare to find in the class of bikes. In this particular segment, you're going for a very long distance and you don't get to cruise your bike because you're constantly hanging on your handle. You cannot be engaging all the time your core. So this is again one feature. The bike also has the hill assist control, so which helps the bike to avoid the roll-ons in case you are slopey kind of road. Then the bike also has the quick shifter, electronically controlled suspension. You also control your DTC from here. I mean, the basically traction control, how much traction you want to use. One more thing I wanted to tell you about this the cruise control. It's very interesting to see that you control your cruise control from here with the help of this particular knob, but you have to slide this rocker all the way to here, and that is when you get to control this particular knob. Now again I'll move it here, it's locked, so it engages only when I push the button all the way to the left. It's turned on, it's turned off. So pretty much that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching this video.